Hello. I just finished reading the autobiography of Bernardine Evaristo called Manifesto on Never Giving Up. And I kept reading it as Manifesto on Never Growing Up, which would be a good title for Autistics. I had thought of doing something about aging anyway, and I just thought, oh, that's interesting. So I'm not actually talking about her book, although it was very good. I was just I've seen many comments about autistic people looking a lot younger than their years and acting a lot younger, and I wondered whether this was because we never lose touch with our child selves, or because we have a youthful approach to life and get lost in our special interests, or that we avoid certain life events if possible that would age us, or is it the same neurological wiring that determines our autism and also how we age? I know that we are delayed in some areas, and perhaps we're always playing catch up. Possibly there's a bit of truth in all of those ideas, but as a teenager, I was always thought to be older, but that's because I was trying to get into pubs and clubs, and I would dress up older, and I'd be really glad when I was 15 to be able to get into over 18s or sometimes over 21s even. But once I reached my late 20s, everyone thought I was younger, and they still do, I think. Maybe they don't, I don't know, but it's the same for my sister, and we're both in our 60s now. But although my sister and I were saying people... Okay, yeah, no, I know what I was going to say. I was saying to my sister that people don't fall through the floor now when they hear our age. Where they used to go, "Oh, you're not that age," and that's either because I look my age now, or perhaps people don't think 60-something is any big deal, and I hope it's the latter. Anyway, I thought I would Google this subject, and after I jotted the notes I've just talked about, and there was a very interesting article on Quora, and in my written blog I'm going to post about that, why somebody wrote a very long explanation why they thought that people with autism seem younger or look younger, and it made a very interesting read, and I'll post that in the written blog rather than quoting from it. And some of the suggestions were, one of them was centered around the fact that we use fewer facial muscles, which was interesting. This is definitely not true of me, because I mimicked and reflected a lot of people as a child and young person. It wasn't until middle age that I started disagreeing and not having to mimic. I think I did that sort of semi-consciously, because I annoyed myself when I just reflected other people too much. And other suggestions are that because autistic people spend longer time alone, then they'll be using fewer facial muscles. That made sense. And others suggested that a higher proportion of people with hypermobility syndrome, there's a higher proportion of people who have autism with hypermobility syndrome than in the general population, and with that condition the elasticity of the skin would lead to slower aging. And there was also mention of social constructs and the way we maybe don't do those. Anyway, that's there's nothing about books and writing this time. I was just one of the subjects that, apart from being creative, probably keeps you young as well. But anyway, I thought that's what I wanted to talk about today, and I would love to know your views on that. So please do. I shall be posting this as usual on YouTube, TikTok, and on my own blog, where I will embed it in the written blog, and I will post the link to the Quora discussion on this. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Bye.